Hi everyone, welcome back to Kat's Book Corner. We talk about all things book and bookish. Now today I'm going to do my top book boyfriends. My top book girlfriends will be next week, but I want to do this one. And I know I did my book couples, I think 3 weeks ago. So a lot of these are similar, but this is just the guys portion of it. And I want to say it's going to be non-spoiler, but I don't think it will be because there are some points I want to make that are like deeper in the story. So you've been warned that there will be spoilers. I just don't know which books will have them and which won't. So watch at your own risk, I guess. But I don't know. I just really wanted to talk about them because they're so fun. And they have changed a little. They've changed slightly since I did this last, but I thought I would do it again since it's been a year. Okay. Let's start at number 10 is Darrow from Red Rising. He is amazing. I'm sure he'll actually get higher after I finish the series, but like already like he's like amazing. Darrow is a red, which is like the lowest in the class system in this world. And something happens. He is caught, and him and his wife are punished, and his wife is killed. So he tries to join her in that, but like is then recruited by like the rebellion to be like, hey, we're going to take down the Golds. Do you want to help? And he's like, hell yeah, I want to help. Because his wife told him you have to live for more, and like this is more. And it's just, he is so like, I mean, he's not closed off. He really isn't. He says he's closed off because he's lost his wife, but like he really isn't. He like, once he connects with someone, he's with them fiercely. Like he's incredibly loyal, and I love it. Like even when he's part of like the competition with the Golds, he makes friends like really, really easily. Like with Cassian's brother, I forgot his name, but like they make friends so easily. And even with like Cassian and Mustang and Scrivo and any of the other Golds, like when he's there, he makes friends with them really easily. And also he's not over trusting, which, because normally main characters from a lot of like the books that I've read, they're over trusting of like the group that they're with. Like in Harry Potter, I hate that Harry is so reliant on the Order of the Phoenix. I hate it. I hate that he is so reliant. He trusts them so much. Like, I get it. He's 17. He's like 15, but like, come on. But like with this, he's with the rebellion. He's with their cause. But it's not what he is actually fighting for. He's fighting for the dream his wife wanted, not technically what they are doing. It's just, they coincide with each other, so it works. And like even when he figures out that they also sent another red into the competition, he's like, okay, so they're not fully trusting me either. So he kind of keeps it in his back pocket. He doesn't tell anyone about it. Like he just keeps it there. And like he's really trusting, but he's also paranoid, which is great. To have both those things, I mean, it's not great. Like you shouldn't be both, but he's both. Like when Scrivo like tells him at the end, I hid this information, which would kind of out him as a red. So it's like, what's Scrivo want? But it's so good. Like Darrow is the best. I love him so much. I can't wait to see where he goes after what happened at the end when he became he's the Reaper. He's the one who brought down everything. He's in charge. Well, he was in charge of the competition, of course, and like it means all the Golds like him now, like especially the really higher ups. So it's like, ooh, let's see what happens. I can't wait to see where it goes. It's so good. I love it so much. Like he moved up like fairly fast too. Like I think from like the first like 60 pages, I'm like, I love him so much. He's so good. Okay, moving on to number 9. I'm not going to say his name until I get a little further down in case people like, they'll start like a little non-spoiler and then go to spoilers, but the villain from Assistant to the Villain. Like, I know his name because they tell you his name in the book, but like, you don't know his name until you're like 50% in. So, not 50%, but like, when you get to his first chapter, you get his name. But I love him. He's so sweet. And he's the villain. So you're like, is he supposed to be sweet? You're like, no, he's not. But he's adorable. And the way he loves Evie is just, I don't know, it's cute. And like his fears, like when he's said he's scared of the dark because of what happened, and like you're fully on his side, you're like, he's the hero, the king's the villain, but he still does the monstrous things. You're like, so they're both villains, which is, oh, it's so good. And I always love a villain. As you can see, a lot of my book boyfriends are morally questionable. There are a couple ones who aren't morally questionable, but like a lot of them are morally questionable because I just find them so much more interesting. But I don't know, okay, so I'll say his name now that we're like a minute into me talking about him, but it's Tristan Magavir. And it's like, ooh, and like when he gets knocked out on his head and he like sort of has a concussion and like he's not fully conscious, he's like, oh, she's mine, she's my girlfriend. She's like, get away from my girlfriend. Even though he's not at all. And like he's like, I can't be with her. It's like, it's just, he's what I want in a book boyfriend. And he's so funny and like so sweet, and he won't let anyone else see it but her. And even when he like fired her, he was like, oh, where is she? I miss her. He's like attached himself to her, and it's like, it's really, really funny. It's just, I love it so much. And then like he's actually like a good boss because he runs like the whole like empire, villain empire sort of thing. He's like a good boss, and it's really like, it's cute that he's a good boss like that. And like he helps his employees out, like he gives them a lot of money, and like even when like the big betrayal was happening at the end, he like came for Evie, and because he loves her so much, he's the one who got captured. And it's just, I can't. They're so adorable. I can't wait to read the next one. It'll happen soon, I just don't know when. But they are just adorable with each other. I don't know. I really, really like it. Like, you wouldn't expect him to be as adorable as he is, but like this book is like a fantasy rom-com. It reminds me a lot of Once Upon a Time, which I love. Once Upon a Time. It was one of my favorite shows when I was a teenager. Like, but I loved it so much. But like it reminds me a lot of like that. I think that's why I love it so much. He kind of like, if you put Rumple and Peter Pan together from that show, he kind of reminds me of them, but with a little bit of Hook, like good Hook, not bad Hook, but like a little bit of Hook, and get like the morally questionableness from Pan and Rumple, and you've got him. Like that's what it reminds me of. And those three were like my favorite characters. So it's like, okay. And Evie reminds me a lot of Emma, which is good because I loved Emma. But like, I don't know. I really, really liked it. And he's such like a good guy, even though he pretends he's not. Okay, moving on to number 8. Logan Bennett from the Mind F series. Now, Logan, what can I say about Logan? Is that he loves his girlfriend so much. He loves her so much. And he's like, why would this girl want to be with me? Like, at all. He's like, why would this girl want to be with me? It doesn't make any sense to him because he's like, he's never there because of his job, and it's just I don't know, it's cute. And like at the end when he figures out like who Lana is, I fully 100% get where he was coming from, because he thought she was insane. He didn't think that she could be the girl who was dead. So he's like, oh, she's taking her identity and she thinks she's her when she actually is. So I totally get why he thought she was insane for like that like little bit. And then he fully got over. He was like, yeah, go kill him. I'll support you. I really liked that. It made so much sense. And he was so supportive. And like, he loved her so much. Like, he loves Lana. He supports her in all of her endeavors. Like, even at the end when he figures out like the main guy who orchestrated the entire thing that happened to Lana and her brother, he goes to this guy. He kills him in like broad daylight so everyone can see him, and then like he ditches. He's like, well, now I can't leave her anymore. This will be perfect for her because she has commitment issues. So she's like, well, now I can't leave her because I can't be in the FBI anymore because I killed someone who they would think in cold blood because he couldn't really defend himself, even though he deserved to die. And then like, he can't be in the FBI anymore. He is a murderer now, and he like ditches to go where Lana is because he knows she's alive again. So he's like, he ditches. He's like, well, I can't come back from this now, so I'm gonna go be with her because I love her. And I loved it. It was so much. And then his friend at the FBI, I forget his name, but he like would send Logan all of like these bad guys that they would then, him and Lana would then capture, and then they would go off on like a boat for like a vacation, and like Lana would kill them. And because they both know Lana's never going to be normal after all she had to go through and what she did as the murderer. So she's like, she's never going to be normal. So let's just indulge these practices by killing the bad guys. And it's really good. And he supports her. And it's just like, even when he's like hunting her, he's like he doesn't think the criminal is a girl, obviously, because that doesn't really happen. People don't automatically think girl when they're thinking vicious murderer. But like, once he figures it out, he was like, oh no, it's my girlfriend. And like, I don't even think it's his first thoughts to turn her in, like, at all. I don't think it's in his thoughts to turn her in at all. And it's just, he's like, okay, so what do I gotta do? I mean, I gotta break up with her though. But like, I don't think turning her in ever crosses his mind. And it's just because at this point he thinks she's crazy, but like, I don't think turning her in ever really like came to his head. And then when she figures it out, he's like, you know what, do it, I love you, let's go. And it's just, Logan Bennett, you're amazing. You really, really are amazing. And Lana is a lucky girl. Okay, moving on to number 7 is Rowan Kane from Butcher and Blackbird. He's the butcher. He is a serial killer. I know, also morally questionable. I think he's a serial killer who kills other serial killers. And like, he meets Sloane, and like, he proposes the bet to be like, let's each best out of 3, and whoever wins gets to kill the Phantom. And like, they agree, and like, they meet each other like sporadically for these hunts. And it's so good. And he's like, he's trusting for a serial killer. Like, he wouldn't think a serial killer would be trusting, but like, he trusts Sloane. He like trusts his brothers not to turn him in, which, to be fair, they're also morally questionable because they're also kind of like killers. So like, I get it. I get why he trusts them, because like, what's the word? Mutual destruction. Because, well, they all have bad secrets like that. So, but still, like, he trusts Sloane, who's another serial killer. He trusts her, and like, he has a crush on her, like, almost immediately. He's like, oh, it's the Orb Weaver. It's so funny. And then like, him naming the restaurant Butcher and Blackbird, because like, I mean, no one besides them would like ever really get why that's important, because it's just, that's a cute name for a restaurant. I'm like, no, it's their little names that they call each other. And even after he goes a little off the deep end, when he is killing someone in front of Sloane, like part of their bet, I think this is the first person of their little bet, and he goes a little off the deep end, a little more violent than normal. and he's scared that Sloane's going to leave him because he's too violent, too, like, messy, too, like, all that sort of stuff. And she's there, and he says, why'd you stay? She's like, because you needed me. And it's like, he's so sweet. I know I said that about all these people, like, they're so sweet and stuff, but, like, if you read between the lines, they are sweet. It's just, you kind of gotta read between the lines to get there. It's just, it's so cute. And like, I wouldn't, like, expect that from, like, Rowan. And then the second time that they're together, so Rowan wins the first match, Sloane wins the second. He, like, trusts this guy and, like, drinks whatever he gives him, and, like, he gets knocked out because he trusts him. And they're like, oh no, this guy's actually a serial killer. And Sloane figures it out, and, like, she saves him. And it's just, like, he wakes up as she's, like doing her little, like, web. Like, he just wakes up with her doing the webs. And it's just, it's so fun. And then, like, at the end, when they get engaged, like, he's letting her set up, like, a little murder, like, a little, like, set she likes to do after she murders someone. And, like, he put the ring in the guy's eye socket because she likes to pluck out the eyes. And it's just, like, he puts the ring in there. And it's just, like, they're perfect for each other. They match each other's crazy, like, totally. Like, they so match it. And it's just, like, he was just sitting back, like, as he put the ring in the eye. And he was just, oh, the eye, did you gouge it this time instead of plucking it? And she's like, no, I didn't. And she, like, looks down. She's like, oh my gosh. It's so cute. They are perfect for each other. They match each other's crazy to a T. Like, you wouldn't think they would, but they do. And it's just, it's adorable. And I really do love it. It's just, it's so cute. Okay, so I know you've heard me talk about this one a lot. But this is Robbie Cressman from The One Who Got Away with Murder. This guy is like a golden retriever. Like, he is so incredibly loyal to who he loves. And he's just, I don't know how anyone thought he was a murderer. Because the story goes, like, him and his brother, their ex-girlfriends, were killed in ways that could be construed as murder. Like, one drowned and one had an OD. So, like, they could look like a murder if like, you looked close enough. But no one looked close enough because they're rich. And, well, you know, rich people get away with anything. So, and then Lauren comes in. And, like, she doesn't know the family. She doesn't know anything. But, because she also has a past. So she, like, slept with the first guy available. And it's Robbie. And when she figures it out, like, what Robbie does, like, this isn't a character where you get his POV at all. Like, I think you're only in Lauren's the entire time. So, like, you don't know much about Robbie besides what Lauren tells you. But still, he's adorable. He's so cute. Like, what happens is because she hid because she found something that could be construed as evidence and says she's on her period. And he's like, okay. And, like, he doesn't bother her. Like, he leaves out, like, chocolates and a heating pad. And, like, it's just, he's like, get better soon. And it's just, like, he is so supportive and he's adorable. Like, how did anyone think this guy was a murderer? It doesn't make any sense. And, like, he actually genuinely loved his ex-girlfriend and was so, like, distraught when she died. And it's just, And, like, when his brother is killed, like, his best friend, his brother is killed, he is so broken up about it. And it's just, and everyone's, like, blaming him for all this because they don't really have anyone else to blame. And it's so heartbreaking. And, like, even when he thinks the murderer could be his own father, it just hurts him so much. Like, he's went through, like, so much. He doesn't need this. Yet they keep pushing him. They keep pushing it on him anyway. It's just, it's so heartbreaking. But he's adorable, and he doesn't deserve any of this. Like, when Lauren's in danger at the end from the serial killer, he, like, goes out of his way with his friend to go save her. Like, he doesn't have to. Like, if she dies, she dies. They never genuinely have, like, they're in a relationship, sure. But they've never, like, been like, oh, I love you and everything. Like, this was just, like, a hookup for Lauren. And Robbie needed someone who didn't know who he was. So it's like, they genuinely didn't have to do this for each other. But they did because they cared. And it's just, ugh. Because Robbie needed someone like this after what happened with his girlfriend and his brother and, like, everything. Because no one trusts him anymore because they think he's a murderer. And it's just, ugh. But how could you? How could you break this boy? And he's just, he's adorable. He's so cute, too. Like, the way he acts is just, he's so, so cute and adorable. Like, the period thing sticks out to me, like, so much because I don't know a single guy, like, besides, like, my dad, who would do that for, like, me. So it's like, that's so thoughtful. Like, so that part, like, really stuck with me because that's, like, it's one of the only times periods are, like, has been brought up in a book that I've read, like, that where it was, like, a good thing and not like, oh, I'm pregnant or I'm in pain or, like, stuff like that. Like, it was, like, genuinely for this guy just to be nice. And it was just, like, other books need that because that really stuck with me because that, like, I don't know if that could ever happen because I don't know many people who would do that for me besides, like, my dad or, like, my parents. Like, maybe even, like, my sisters, but, like, no other guy would do that for me. So it's just, like, he's such a good guy. He's such a golden retriever. He's good. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I get the point of the plot is because it was his girlfriend and she died, like, around his house and, like, their lake. And, like, I get why they thought he was a murderer, but I don't get how because he is such, like, a thoughtful and caring guy. I mean, I get, like, people can hide and stuff, but, like, it doesn't seem remotely possible that he could have been capable of doing what happened. Especially when his brother is killed. Like, they blame him for that, too. I'm like, that was his brother. But, okay, moving on to number 5. This one is Josh Hammond from Lights Out. He's also a little morally questionable, but he's a golden retriever also. Like, he's this, like, thirst trap influencer, and that, like, our main character, Allie, like, follows, and, like, he figures out that she follows her, and she's like, oh, she's hot, because it was his roommate's, like, ex-girlfriend, and she's like, okay, she's kind of hot, I like her, so I'm gonna, like, kind of follow her, stalk her a little bit, and then he, like, breaks into her house, and, like, sets up cameras and stuff, so we can watch her, and it's just, again, it sounds crazy. It sounds really, really crazy that, like, I love him and he's a stalker and, like, he sets up cameras and stuff in her house. And then when he can break into her house, he realizes, wait, that was way too easy for me to break in. Let me give her some security. After he's already broken in. And it's just, oh, it's so, so funny. And then the cat that she lives with, like, actually loves him too. It's like their child. They treat the cat like their child, and I really like that. And then, not telling Allie, like, his history, like, I totally get. Like, I wouldn't want to tell anyone my father was a serial killer, and that, like, I probably ate someone. Like, it reminds me of that Criminal Minds episode where, like, it's in the soup, and, like, some people ate it, and it's a person. So it's like, oh my gosh, what happened? So it's just like, okay. And, like, he so thought she would leave, but she didn't. And, like, her, like, being, like, mafia adjacent, he's like, okay, cool, I'll do this, like, one little thing for them, and it'll be good after this guy died in your apartment. It's just, I don't know, it's adorable, and it's cute, and I love it. I didn't think, like, I would love it as much, but I did. It's a rom-com-y, too. It's, like, a dark, comedy, and it's fun. And, like, he wears a mask the entire time, and, like, when they're together, he's like, oh, I'm Batman, and it's so funny, and he forgot his, like, voice changer, so he had to, like, deepen his voice, like, how Batman does, and, like, then when he falls asleep, the mask, like, twists, and he's like, oh, I'm blind, and you're like, no, it's just the mask, honey, the mask, like, kind of moved, so now you can't see, but you're not blind. Oh, it was really, really funny. And, like, him just driving her home, like, making sure that she's okay, but because he's stalking her on, like, the hospital cameras, because she works at the hospital and at her house. It's so fun. And, like, I love Allie. Like, I think she's in my book Girlfriends as well. But, like, I love you, Allie. But, like, a little self-preservation would be a bit better. considering you know the guy's following you. She doesn't take many precautions. And I'm like, I mean, I get you like him, but like, come on. Like, you don't know him. But it's still really funny, and I really liked it. And like him trusting Allie it was such a big step for him, because he doesn't trust very easily because of his past. And like, he trusts his roommate, obviously. And his roommate is great. I kind of love his roommate. I wonder if, like, he's the one who gets the third book, because I know the second book is about Allie's cousin. But I wonder if this one is about his roommate, because I really like his roommate. Because I don't know what the second one is. I don't know what the third one's about. But, I don't know. I really like how sweet he is to Allie, and, like, how crazy he is. Like, he's crazy. He's a crazy, crazy person. He's, like, genuinely crazy. And it's really funny that he's crazy. Because, like, he would never do anything to hurt Allie. But, like, the way he's going about it, like, setting up cameras in her house and, like, watching her when she's working and, like, basically kidnapping her and driving her home, is just, it's so funny. And, like, him just, like, breaking into her house when she's at home. And him buying, like, a voice modulator and, like, buying things that, like, he's crazy, and he's so, like, I don't know why I like him, but, like, I do. Like, I wouldn't think that I would, I mean, I love the book. The book was really, really good. The book is one of my 5 stars. I just didn't think that I would love it as much as I did. So I think this was my first dark romance, or at least one of my first. But I don't know, I really loved him. And he was caring and crazy at the same time. He was both. I don't know how you can be both, but he was both. Okay, moving on to number 4. I talk about this guy a lot. This is Kaz Brekker from Six of Crows, one of my favorites. He's amazing. Doing anything he can for Injun is just, he's so good. Calling her the light of his life, the treasure of his heart. I mean, I know he's being sarcastic there, but like, and when she gets hurt, he goes off the deep end, gouging the guy's eyes out, like throwing him off the boat is just, and him wanting to get over his fear of intimacy to be able to touch her is just, you need therapy, Kaz. You need therapy so much. But I get where you're coming from. Like, him wanting to be able to touch her without passing out or, like, vomiting is just, And we know that's such a big deal for him because he's got, like, really, really bad intimacy issues. I mean, to be fair, wouldn't you if, like, you had to hold on to your brother's dead body in the middle of an ocean to survive for, like, 4 or 5 days? I feel like you would have a revulsion to touching people's skin after that. And her being the only one who, like, actually can see him is just, like, he trusts her. And, like, him learning, like, how to find her, like, when she's, like, hiding, like, he's the only one who can do that. He's the only one who found out a way to be able to find her in the dark. Because he wants to know that she's safe. And, like, he trusts her to watch his back. And it's just, she's his wraith. And it's just, it's so good. And, like, Kaz, when she's injured, just, like, walking the ship back and forth, he's like, oh my gosh, I can't love her, I can't, because I'm a devil, I can't love her. And, like, when he hears her laugh, he's like, oh, I want to bottle that sound. I'm like, dude, you're down bad, you're so down bad. To be fair, so is she, but, like, they can't be together, and it annoys me so much. But, like, him, like, trusting her, and, like, trusting his crew, which is a big thing for Kaz, to trust people. He doesn't trust people very easily, but, like, him trusting his crew is just, it's so good. And the way he goes about getting his revenge for what happened with his brother is just, we'll see how I feel about him after Crooked Kingdom, but I don't think he'll be able, like, to change that much, because he's my favorite, and I love him. But, it's so good, the way that he, like, acts. And, like, him recruiting his crew, because he knows how to do it. Like, he's so manipulative, and, like, he knows how to recruit people really, really well. Like, he knows the buttons to push. He knows all of that. Like, he knows which buttons to push to get people to do what he wants. and the way he is with Injun. Like, he never I don't think he ever fully expects her to stay. Like, I think he always knows that the dregs, as much as she like claims to love it, is like a passing through point for her, because she never wanted to be here in the first place. And he doesn't make her get the tattoo that all the dregs have to get. He doesn't make her do that because he knows that she has like also a revulsion to people touching her because of like her history. And like, he doesn't make her get the tattoo. In fact, he like helps her burn off the other one. It's just, it's so good. And him like listening to her stories about the saints, even though he doesn't believe in them. Like, him like listening to her, like, she's the only person who can get through to him. The only person who can get through to the devil of the barrel. Bastard of the Barrel. But like, she's the only one who can get through to him. And it's so sweet, and it's just he's such a great guy, even though he's not a good person. Okay, moving on to number 3 is Kel Mersch from A Darker Shade of Magic. Now, this one I haven't talked about too much. It is also one of my 5-star books, but I don't talk about it that much because, well, I don't really know what else to say, because I kind of like when I talk about it a lot when I first read it. But Cal is part of Red London, because it goes through 3 different, technically 4, but 3 different Londons. And he's part of Red London. He's technically part of the royal family, but he's not. Like, I get where he's coming from. A lot of people in the book don't get why he, like, he hates isn't the right word, but, like, is unsure of his place in the royal family. Like, sure, he's a prince and all, but, like, he's not. Like, the king and queen have their son, and they, like, kind of stole him. So it's like, yeah, you're their kid, but you're also their property. So it's like, I get where he's coming from, being like, I don't know how I feel about them. But, like, he loves his brother. Like, he loves Rhys, and the way he loves him fiercely. Like, if you get into Kel's inner circle, he loves you fiercely. Like, basically trading his own life for his brother is just so good. And when he meets Lila, and he starts doing magic, he's like, we gotta stop. And he's like, but I don't want to. And, like, she's one of the people who could, like, talk him back from going too far. And, like, I don't know. It works. It really, really does. It works. And him, like, just using his magic and just being awesome it's great. And him, like, knowing that who Lila is, like, he learns how to, like, trust her, and, like, he knows, like, who she is. Like, even when he's being tricked by, like, the twins in White London, he's able to figure out which one is actually Lila, and she's the one who's able to, like, to get him back from the dark magic that he had to use. And it's just like, they're so good together, like, saving each other back and forth. Like, that's their thing. They're good at it, and it's nice. And he is such, like, a good character, because he has, like, so much baggage, but he doesn't know his baggage, if that makes sense. Like, he's got the whole royal family thing, and he's got being, like, one of the only, like, people who can travel between the worlds. Like, there's 2 people in the world who can do that, and he's one of them. And I think now he is the only one, because I think he killed the last one. Though I have my suspicions about something else, but I'm not going to say that. I'll say it probably in the next video, because I'm probably going to talk about her. But, like, he's one of the only people who can do that. Like, he's basically, like, he is the one that everyone wants, because he's so important. And, like he knows that. Like, he doesn't try to hide it, but he does want to be a normal person. Like, he always tries to hide his hair and try to hide who he is, because he doesn't like the attention. He likes just to be a normal person. It's why I think as much as he loves Red London, his home, I think that's why he likes Grey London. Because, yeah, some people know that he can do magic, and some people care. But, like, no one really cares too much in Grey London. So I think that's why he likes it, because he's just able to, like, to be the person he wants. I think that's why, like, he takes artifacts, even though he's not supposed to, because he likes all the, like, the little trinkets that he can get, and he's one of the only people who can get them. And it's good. and I really liked it. Okay, moving on to number 2. This is Peter Parker from the Spider-Man Darkest Hours ambience. This Peter Parker is in his 20s. He's a school teacher. I think he teaches biology, which I would love him to be my biology teacher. Like, I would love Peter Parker to be my biology teacher. I feel like he would teach biology so well. It's just, and he's married to Mary Jane. Like, they're married in this one. He's living an okay life, because Peter Parker can never have a good life. He's living an okay life. And, I love Peter Parker. I do. This could just be my bias speaking, because I do have a bias. Like, I have, like, a big, big bias about, literally anything about Peter Parker. Like, he's my favorite superhero. He's my favorite, like, everything. Like, I love him so much. But, like, the first story is, like, where he is, like, cornered by these people that he knows he can't beat by himself. And it's just, like, he knows he can't beat them. And, like, he even saves his own villains. Like, the Rhino is, like, in danger, and he's like, I can't let him die, because he's such a good person. And it's just, and, like, he even, like, tells Mary Jane, like, we should go. But Mary Jane is the one who talks about it and be like, dude, you're Spider-Man. Like, you'd never leave. And he's like, yeah, fine. And, like, Felicia's there. I love Felicia. But, like, that's a whole other can of worms. And, like, they're hunting people with, like, animal names. And it's so funny. Like, Spider-Man, Black Cat. And then you're like, I've got whole other people you could steal. I've got the Rhino, and I've got Octopus, and I've got a Goblin, and I've got a Lizard, and a Scorpion. And it's so funny. And then in the second one, it's he's trying to fight this drug that shows up on the street. And he doesn't officially know how to, like, do it properly, because the police don't like him. Like, the police won't work with him. And I'm like, he's trying to help you. But, and Doc Ock's behind it. And him and Doc Ock have a fight. And it's just, I love the wittiness that he has. Because he likes to make fun of his villains. And his villains, like, they'll banter back with him. And I'm like, you don't like him. Why do you banter with him? But it's funny. I like it. And Jonah, like, still hating, loving Peter Parker, but still hating Spider-Man. And it's so funny. Like, every time he shows up, he's like, so you got those pictures? Because they're the best pictures I've gotten, Spider-Man. He's like, I don't wear a kid anymore, Jonah. It's so good. And we get Jigsaw Jameson. Like, that's another thing I love. I love Jigsaw Jameson. And then the third story is his spider sense is being messed with. So he, like, can't trust it anymore. And, like, he's always learned that he could trust his spider sense, and suddenly he can't anymore, so it's, like, freaking him out. And then he basically runs away, and then he gets, like, captured by, like, this guy, and he has to beat this guy without his spider sense, because it's like, going in overdrive, and he has to learn how, like, to fight, like, without it, and, like, not focusing on his abilities, which is, it's always such a good Spider-Man arc, where, like, he, like, basically loses or can't use his abilities, and he has to learn how, like, just to do it by himself. It's always a good arc when he does that. I love that. It's just, it's so good. Spider-Man is my favorite. I can't wait for the movie to come out. I can't wait for all of it, because he's just the best, and he is my favorite, and I love him so much. And, like, the way that he treats literally everyone with kindness after his awful, awful life is just, like, how can you be that good? I don't understand. But he's that good. Okay, moving on to the number 1, which I think we all know. Like, I think we all know who number 1 is. It is Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing. Oh, he's the best. The Duke of Tyrandor. He's the best. I love him so much. And even, like, the snark he has with Sigil, because you get from his chapters, like, his bonus chapters from, like, the Fourth Wing. He's got so much snark with Sigil, and it's so funny. He's such, like, a good character. And him just, like, loving Violet. Like, that is his woman. That is the only person in his life who he would literally die for. And it's just, Like, being like, I would trade Tyrandor for you, not you for Tyrandor. It's just, ugh. And putting Kat in her place, being like, yeah, this is my woman. I never wanted you. I want her. It's just, ugh. It's just, oh, he's so good, and I love him so much. And, like, being, like, just with Violet, like, when she needs it, like, when she's going through the trauma of what Aunt Darna did in Onyx Storm, or right after Liam died because she can't remember properly, and then, like, letting her push him away is just because he knows he deserves it, because he's been keeping, like, a major secret from her, and him letting her not be with him, like, as much as he really wants her to be with him, he won't let her be with him until she says, I love you again. And it's just, because they both, like, they needed that big push, because they would have gotten together almost immediately if he didn't put that boundary, and then they wouldn't have trusted each other, and they would have had the same arguments. But to be fair, they always have the same arguments about him not trusting her, and him being like, you have to ask the right questions. It's just, and then her finding out his second signet and being like, oh no, she doesn't love me anymore. It's just, he's so sweet. And he's just like, after Kat, like, riles Violet up, he, like, brings her in. He's like, sits her on his throne. It's like, my house, my chair, my woman. And it's just, and him basically sacrificing his soul for Violet and becoming Venom. It's just, like, how do you beat this amazing Xaden? And then, it's gonna make me cry a little bit, but then the entirety of Onyx Storm being, like, a goodbye and a love letter to Violet is just, and then him fully turning Venom at the end to save Sigale, the mother that he never had, because his mother is an asshole. Like, his mother using chocolate cake to poison him after the memory that it gave him. Like, his mother is the worst possible person. I hate her so much. And, like, the mother that chose him, which is Sigale, and him sacrificing the rest of his soul for her and leaving Violet. And then suddenly they get married, and, like, Violet's missing her memory, and, like, him saying, it's yours now. Don't look for me. It's just, I want the fourth book so bad. But, like, the way it was such a love letter to Violet, and it's just, I want to read it again. I probably will when I go home, but, like, it's just so, my voice, it's so good. And I remember when I thought I wouldn't like this series, but it has literally become my favorite series I think I've read in a very long time. I love it so much. Well, those were my top book boyfriends. But if you liked this, I will do my book girlfriends probably next week. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.